YouTube, it's Mindset Dre, and today we're going to be doing a reaction video on how to be dominant and how to be non-reactive under pressure. This is going to be the Peaky Blinders edition, Thomas Shelby. For those of you that have not seen the series, it's on Netflix, and I highly recommend that you guys check it out because it's going to further develop your mental understanding of this video and help you give you insight on what I'm actually talking about and understand it better. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to skip certain topics and go to the key points of the video that I feel like is going to be beneficial for this video. So without further ado, let's dive right into it, man. Let's get it.
And I'm scared, Grace. I'm scared for you. I'm scared for the baby. And this is how I am when I'm scared. It's unfamiliar to you, but not to me. I can be scared and carry on.
So like Thomas said, there's going to be a lot of situations in your life where you're going to be scared or very nervous in the heat of the moment, and that's the most crucial point, that you have to be able to keep your composure, maintain your composure, and be able to make confident, cool, rational decisions based off of the situation that's being presented at that point in time. Whether it's you and your significant other or your partner arguing at that moment, you have to be in control of that situation mentally to be able to make a proper and coordinated decision. Or whether it's like either going to a job interview or jumping out of a plane for your first time, you cannot let the pressure or a very reactive situation get the better of you, because that's going to define you, and that's going to make you or break you, and it's going to make people perceive you as a person that does not know how to keep their composure and be professional when it's time to perform. And you always want to be able to perform when nobody else can, because a lot of people aren't going to be able to handle certain pressure in certain environments and interactions with people unlike you. That's why you have to be as dominant mentally and be as non-reactive and emotionally detach yourself from the situation to be able to make a calm, cool, rationalized decision.
So the Oddfellows want you to know that any deviation from your instructions will have consequences. What's your dog's name? Let him off the leash. Are you hearing me, Mr. Shelby? I can charm dogs, and those I can't charm I can kill with my own hands.
So when it comes to being in a lower position, whether you're in the workforce, whether you're in the military, or whether you're in a low position at your job or whatever, you cannot let the position that you're in dictate how people talk to you, how people just address you. You want to be a authority figure of your own. Not saying that you have to come off as disrespectful, but when a person tries to relay their demands on you and tries to force your hand to do something that they want you to do, you have to be able to mentally, like I said, take control of the situation and present yourself as a person of authority to be able to be perceived as you're on the same level without actually being disrespectful. And that's what you want to do. You want to portray the presence of a respectable authority figure that's not backing down, that's going to give you certain eye contact, that's going to be very calm, cool, and cordial with you until said otherwise.
Whether in the kingdom of domesticated men or wild animals, when a creature finds themselves in a hostile environment, their fear of subservience is oftentimes manifested in hyperreactivity and perceptible in the immediacy of their movement. The absence of stillness can unveil a lack of confidence and power. In a world divided into predators and prey, the projection of strength through non-reactivity can tip the scales of perceived dominance. Thomas Shelby is the irrefutable paragon of a man embodying stillness and motion, whose non-reactivity in situations of extreme pressure projects fearlessness. In the presence of adversaries, Tommy's behaviour is so effortless that he's virtually non-reactive. Whilst his movements are deliberate, his slowed cadence creates the illusion of apathy.
Slow cadences. Not every situation is you're going to be able to react in a slow cadence, but within most situations that are presented to you, the way that you're going to be able to maintain your composure and dominate the situation mentally, and thus overall getting the results that is going to be most beneficial to you in that conversation itself, is by doing slow cadences. Breathing, slow movements, slow eye blinks to indicate that you're very calm right now. Even though the situation itself is very hectic and very sporadic and very reactive, you have to be the figure of calmness and stability. And you being the figure of calmness and stability and be able to make everything else calm around you. Because if you act sporadic and the situation is sporadic, then guess what? You're going to have a sporadic situation. One has to cancel out the other. You can't both be reactive and have a reactive situation, because all you're going to get is a reactive result, and you don't want that for yourself. You want to be able to calmly and coolly be able to portray a sense of stability, so that way, even though the action or situation may be very reactive, it's not going to be as reactive if you're calm yourself. So always keep a slow cadence in a non-reactiveness when it comes to dealing with anything in life, because that's going to give you peace of mind. It's going to give you peace of mind even when there's most people in this world that would collapse or break under that type of pressure.
Apathetic movement, unblemished by circumstances, signals clear control over his physical and emotional self. To the dismay of his opponents, this demonstrates a perceived ease in what would ordinarily be a deeply distressing environment. In the company of others, Tommy unrelentingly exercises the appearance of authority, regardless of the reality of the power dynamics at play. His reactions are moderated, yet emerge languid. He responds not just metaphorically, but literally at his own pace. The magnitude of Tommy's non-reactivity is palpable in life-threatening situations, where he often continues to breathe placidly, blink strikingly slow, and maintain a soft-spoken tonality, almost as if he's running a pulse with a heartbeat lower than most. Whilst we use the term non-reactive, the irony and reality is that Tommy behaving in what appears to be apathetic is a marked reaction in itself. This is a behavior conditioned through design by Tommy.
So, like you said, this process that Thomas Shelby has been able to achieve through mental stability and toughness does not come overnight. You have to practice this. You have to practice being in uncomfortable positions and going in front of people and talking in front of people that you would feel uncomfortable around, and you have to mentally mold that sense of calmness and stability within inside yourself, so that way when you get into harder situations or very more reactive situations in life, you're going to be able to maintain a certain sense of composure and certain sense of non-reactiveness that's going to benefit you in the future. And that's something that's just getting out of your comfort zone day by day and taking it one step at a time. It's not going to come overnight, but however, the more you try, the more better results that you're going to see over time.
Tommy has a distinct ability to immunize himself from being baited by antagonists. He's an extremely difficult man to provoke into acting out recklessly. He has the emotional control to not rise to insults or threats.
You Birmingham people, hey, you're all gypsies, right? So what do you live in, a tent or a caravan?
I came here to discuss business with you, Mr. Solomons.
Oh.
See, now that right there, a lot of people are going to try and disrespect you. A lot of people are going to try and clown you and insult you and stuff like that. But when you have a calm, cool composure, you just direct the conversation in the way that you want it to go. You never let them try to steer you off course. You have to stay cool, calm-headed, and focused and straight to the point. And this is a lot when it comes to people that you're just now meeting, or when it comes to business associates and coworkers. You have to let them know that in that environment you're strictly for business, and nobody is going to be able to punk you. Nobody's going to be able to make you feel bad about yourself because make you feel like as if you're too serious, because no, the situation itself is a very serious situation, and you want to be taken seriously. You don't want to be perceived or come off as the fool. So that's going to be as far as we're going to go for the first part of this video. I hope that you guys liked it. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about my commentary in the comments, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And so the part 2 will be coming out soon. I really hope that you guys look forward to it. And with that, I'm gone.